Okay, so this one is supposed to be the same thing as the last one, but now instead of 2 by 2, we have 3 by 3. And so we need to rewrite this now as, and we'll have a 1, a 0, a minus 1, a 2, a minus 1, a 0, and we'll have 1, 1, minus 2. And we need to find the inverse. So let's go ahead and just find the inverse to start with. All right, so we've got a 1 up here, so let's take a minus 2 row 1 plus row 2, that's a new row 2, and we'll take a minus row 1 plus row 3, and that's going to be my new row 3. All right, so this looks like it's going to take multiple pages, so we have 1, 0, minus 1, 1, 0, 0, and minus 2, and that's going to be 0, minus 2, and that's going to be minus 1, minus 2, that's going to be a positive 2, minus 2, 1, 0, minus that plus that's going to be 0, minus that plus that's going to be 1, minus that plus that's going to be 1, so minus 1, minus that plus that's going to be minus 1, 0, 1, and that should be that point. Okay, so now we need this to be a positive. So let's say a minus row 2 is the new row 2, and row 2 plus row 3 is the new row 3. So that should help us there. Let's come over here all the way. So we have 1, 0, minus 1, 0, 1, minus 2, 0, 0, and that's going to be a 1, and that's going to be a 1, 0, 0. And we have now a 2 minus 1 and a 0. And we took and added those. So that's going to be what? A minus 3, a 1, and a 1. Okay. Now we need those to be 0. So we're going to take 2 row 3 plus row 2. And that's going to be our new row 2. And we're going to take row 3 plus row 1. And that's going to be our new row 1. Hopefully we'll be done now. So 0, 0, 1. And then minus 3, 1, 1. That's going to be a 0, 1. That's going to be 2 times that plus that's going to be 0. 2 times that's going to be minus 6 plus that's going to be a minus 4. That's going to be 2 minus 1, so it's going to be a 2. Wait, 2 minus 1 is 1. 1. And that's going to be just a 2. And then we have 1, 0, and that better be 0. So then we have that plus that's going to be a minus 2. That plus that's going to be 1. That plus that's going to be 1. And so that's going to be our A inverse. Now we're going to have that A inverse times each one of these things up here. So we'll have it times this, we'll have it times this, and we'll have it times this. All right, so over here, A. So A inverse again was a minus 2, 1, 1, minus 4, 1, 2, and a minus 3, 1, 1. And our first one was 4, 8, 0. So that gives us, let's see, negative 8 plus 8 is 0, plus that is going to be 0. And then we have negative 16 plus 8 is negative 8, so that looks like a negative 8. Then we have a negative 12 plus 8, so that's going to be what? Negative 4. So that's going to be the first piece. Now B, same thing here. So it's going to be minus 2, 1, 1, minus 4, 1, 2, minus 3, 1, 1. And now we have 4, 0, minus 4. All right, so this going to be minus 8, 0, minus 4, so that's a minus 12. That's going to be minus 16, 0, minus 8, so that's going to be what? Minus 24. Minus 12, 0, minus 4, so minus 16. So that's going to be part B. And part C is now we multiply by 0, 8, negative 8. So 0, 8, negative 8. All right, so we have a 0, we have 8, and we have negative 8, so that's going to be 0. We have 0, and that's going to be 8, and then we have minus 16, so that's going to be minus 8. We have 0, 8, and then minus 8, so that's going to be 0 again. So the last two are there as we see. Okay. Again, the hardest part really is getting our inverse. And so if they ask us to show inverse, this is what we'd have to do. Then we have to show how we multiply it together and add it and get these. If they don't, and you don't really, and you understand how it all works, then you could plug that in your calculator, say find inverse. It automatically finds the inverse, and then you can say, okay, take that inverse times each of these matrices here, and you'll get out these matrices here, and you should get your answer. All right, let's stop there and come back for more.